I'm 92 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that Forbes, your business professors, and your financial advisors will never tell you. And the reason they won't is because it admits defeat. It admits that the American dream we sold you is missing its soul. I've been alive for nearly a century. I've built 3 companies, accumulated millions, and buried my wife and my oldest friends. I've watched the world go from radio to TikTok, and in all that time, I've learned one truth that haunts me every single night. We are building castles for our bodies while we let our spirits starve to death. But let me tell you when I actually learned this. Not at 90, not at 80, but at 35 years old. And it took me almost 60 years to admit that I was wrong. It was 1985, a Sunday morning in November. I remember because the market was booming and I felt like a king. I had a beautiful wife, Sarah, and 2 little boys, David and Michael. Sarah was a woman of quiet faith. She wanted us to go to church. She said, "The boys need a foundation." But I was on the phone with Tokyo. I covered the receiver and said, "Not today, Sarah. I'm building their future. God can wait. The market won't." She took the boys herself. She didn't argue. She just looked at me with a sadness I didn't understand back then. What I didn't know, what nobody tells you, is that when you prioritize profit over presence, you are making a trade. You are trading the eternal for the temporary. Every prayer you skip, every moral lesson you outsource to a school teacher, every moment you teach your son to be tough instead of good. That morning, sitting in my home office, I made a promise to myself. I promised I would be the ultimate provider. I promised my kids would never want for anything material. And you know what? I kept that promise. Oh, I kept it perfectly. David went to Harvard. Michael became a banker. We had the cars, the vacation homes, the respect of the neighbors. I told myself I had won the game, that I was a successful father. But I wasn't. Because here's what I didn't understand at 35. What took a lifetime of wreckage to fully grasp. It's not enough to fill your children's bank accounts if their souls are empty. The real lesson isn't that money is evil. Money is just a tool. The real lesson is that without a spiritual anchor, you are just building a very expensive ship with no rudder. You will send them into the storms of life thinking smart is enough, and seeing them drift, seeing them drown in shallow water because they can't stand up. That is the real tragedy. My wife Sarah died in 2005, a saint of a woman. We had 45 years together. And you know, my biggest regret about those 45 years, not the business trips or the missed dinners, my biggest regret is all the Sunday mornings I spent reading the Wall Street Journal instead of praying with her. All the time she said, "David seems lost. He needs guidance." And I said, "He's fine. Look at his grades." All the moments I treated her faith like a cute hobby instead of the lifeline it was. Because here's what nobody tells you about being a rational man. When tragedy hits, logic doesn't heal the heart. Spreadsheets don't comfort you in the hospital room. Every time you look at your children now, you see the cracks in their foundation. Cracks that you put there, or rather, cracks you failed to fix because you were too busy fixing the stock portfolio. My son David is 52 now. 5 years ago, his life collapsed. Divorce, bankruptcy, public humiliation. I went to his penthouse. He was sitting in the dark, weeping. I wanted to tell him to be strong. I wanted to give him a strategy, but he looked at me and said, "Dad, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm nothing."
And I realized he had no knees. I had never taught him how to kneel. I had never introduced him to a power greater than his own ego. So when his ego was crushed, he had nothing left to stand on. I just sat there and lied. I said, "You'll bounce back. You're smart." But smarts don't save a drowning soul. Faith does. And I had denied him that life jacket. And now the infection has spread. My grandchildren, look at them. They don't believe in God. They believe in the algorithm. My granddaughter, Chloe, she's 17. Last month she came to visit, and she spent the whole time anxious because her post didn't get enough likes. She thinks she is being judged by the world. She thinks her value comes from strangers on a screen. She thinks she is alone in the universe. It breaks my heart. Because I know the cure. I know that if she knew she was a child of God, the likes wouldn't matter. But she doesn't know, because her father didn't teach her, because I didn't teach him. It's a generational curse, and I started it. That's what I want to save you from. Not financial ruin. You can recover from that. But spiritual bankruptcy, that is a legacy of pain. Last Christmas, I tried to say grace. My grandson chuckled. "Grandpa, we bought this food with Dad's bonus. Why thank God?" His arrogance, it terrified me. Not because he insulted me, but because I saw myself in him. I saw the same arrogance I had in 1985, and I know where that road ends. It ends in a dark room with a glass of whiskey and a broken heart. You're young. You're sitting there thinking, this is religious nonsense. Thinking, I don't need fairy tales. But you're missing the point. The point isn't about dogma or rules. The point is about humility. It's about acknowledging that you are not the center of the universe. You think you can handle life's storms alone. You can't. You think your intellect will save you when death looks you in the eye. It won't. I'm 92 years old, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, logic fails where faith stands. You think you'll find spirituality when you retire. You won't know how to pray by then. You'll be too hardened. You think you'll take your kids to church or temple later. That busy period will last 20 years, and then they'll be gone, lost to the world. Because here's the cruel joke. You are teaching them a religion right now. It's just the religion of self. You are teaching them to worship money, fame, and their own reflection. And that religion has no mercy. It demands endless sacrifice and gives no peace. And one day, if you're lucky enough to live as long as I have, you'll look back and realize you gave them stones instead of bread. I'm not telling you to become a monk or give away your fortune. I'm not saying ignore your career. I'm saying something much harder. I'm saying put God back in the center. Right now, today, in your boardroom, in your living room. Your children, are they still young? Take them to worship this weekend, not next month, this weekend. Because I'm a grandfather, and I can tell you exactly what happens if you don't. They will grow up with a hole in their chest. They will try to fill it with drugs, with relationships, with work, with likes.
And they will wonder why they are never satisfied, why they are always anxious. It's because they are trying to satisfy a spiritual hunger with junk food. Your role as a father, it's not just to pay the bills. The bills are the easy part. Your role is to point them to the sky, to show them that there is a ceiling above them and a floor beneath them that holds them. You're not going to care if they became CEO. You're going to care if they are good men, good women, people of character. I know this because I am trying to fix it now, with David. We pray together now. It's awkward. We stumble over words, but we are trying. And you know what? It's healing. Slowly. But I wasted 50 years. Don't waste 50 years. Don't wait until the divorce papers are signed to ask for God's help. Don't wait until the diagnosis comes to teach your kids to pray. Build the shelter before the storm comes. Because the storm is coming. It always comes. Give them the knees I didn't give my son. Teach them to kneel so they can stand against anything. It's not about being religious, it's about being anchored. And someday, when they are facing their darkest hour, they won't look at their phone. They will look up. And they will thank you for showing them where to look. That's the legacy I want you to leave. Not the money. The money disappears. Leave them the anchor. My time is almost up. I'm ready to meet my Maker. I have a lot of explaining to do. But you are still here. Go home, gather your family, hold their hands, and simply say, thank you to the one who gave them to you. Start there, because here's the truth I learned too late. A family that prays together stays together, even when the world falls apart. Don't make my mistake. Don't be a rich man with a poor family. Be wealthy in soul. Those moments, the quiet, sacred moments, those are the ones that matter, and they're available to you right now. But you have to lead them. Be the priest of your home, be the shepherd of your flock, because the wolves are waiting. Your phone, your ego, your pride, put them on the altar and burn them. If I could go back to 35-year-old me standing in that office, here's what I would tell him. The empire you are building is dust. The souls you are raising are eternal. Choose the eternal. Remember and return. Remember and return. Every time you drift, return to the source. Return to presence. Return to faith. Return to love. Not perfectly, but persistently. I'm 92 years old, and I can count on two hands the number of days I truly led my family spiritually. That's my real regret. Not the deals I lost, but the prayers I didn't pray. Don't do what I did. Don't wait until you're dying to start living for what matters. Stop watching this and go pray for your children. Stop watching this and go bless them. Stop watching this and give them the anchor before the storm hits. Because I promise you, with everything I have left, the storm is coming.